Don't let this Pittsburgh Steelers team fool you. I know that they don't come off as one of the top teams in the NFL, but they have the potential to beat anybody, in my opinion. I think their defense is loaded with pass rushers, and that is the one thing you desperately need in order to win games you're not supposed to win. So I'm never going to count the Steelers out because of their defense, and the offense is starting to click. A lot of people don't understand that it takes sometimes 6 to 8 months, maybe even a year, for guys like Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf and Kenny Gay, all these guys to build that chemistry offensively. Now, sadly, I don't think Aaron Rodgers plays another year. I don't think that chemistry is going to hit the full potential, but it could. It could. On this play here, our first read is going to be to the bottom side of our screen. We're going to be running this like skinny post over the middle of the field with DK Metcalf. Once he understands this is zone coverage, and the way we know this is zone coverage is look at this defense, right? They're kind of playing in a shell, first of all. But second of all, you're going to see everybody is staring at the quarterback. That is a telltale sign that this is clearly zone coverage. Once we know it's zone coverage, we know this guy's going to stick in the flats to our running back, Kenny Gainwell. As we break over the middle, we just need to manipulate this defender out of his zone. And what we're going to do is you see Aaron Rodgers quickly turn to the left here, right? Quickly looks this way, gets his guy on his toes, and then boom, laser right over the middle of the field, finds DK Metcalf for a nice little 22, 23-yard pickup over the middle of the field. Love his ability to read the defense here. We got a little stop route over the middle, taking away the mid-read. If that route's not there, he's probably going to be turning and following this route up the seam. So again, great job by Aaron Rodgers. Great way to read the defense, but also find the soft spot at the same time. Before we really get into the video, comment down below, who do you think are the teams that are clearly better in the AFC than the Steelers? But do you think that they could beat any of those teams? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. And with that being said, let's dive into some more film. Another great play. So we come out in 11 personnel. You can see here we have one running back in the backfield, one tight end. Then I believe you got 3 wide receivers with MVS, DK, and I believe that is Adam Thielen. Not 100% sure, but defensively, they're going to be in a half-man, half-zone. So they're just manned up with DK Metcalf. He's going to be running a crosser over the middle of the field. We're going to be running another crosser over the middle of the field as well. And I believe Adam Thielen leaks out into the flats early on not into the flats, but a shallow cross over the middle of the field. Now, we're working off play action. So the reason we're getting into play action here is because we want these second-level defenders, point A, point B, and point C, to potentially take 1 to 2 steps down, opening up that second level of the defense, right? So, ultimately, as we play fake, you see these guys overcommit, right? Not overcommit, but take a couple of steps down. Boom. As we drop back, we're going to notice one thing specifically, right? This guy's looking at the quarterback. We know he's in his zone. As we scan the field, these guys are looking at the quarterback. We know they're in his zone. But we also notice 26 is trailing DK Metcalf. So, what that means is they probably are in this little hook curl, mid-read. You got a flat over here. You got a deep third over here. This part of the field is completely wide open because the guy that would be playing the zone is following DK Metcalf. So as we drop back, we look over the middle. We're looking at DK. We force the guy to take 1 step up, and then boom, we leak out into the third level. Wide open touchdown for MVS. That is beautiful. Beautiful job by Aaron Rodgers. Let's see, what is the protection looking like here off the play fake? Usually it's a full slide. Let's see. So it looks like they are in a full slide. Full slide left. You got your tight end, Darnell Washington, who feels like an extra offensive lineman, playing that man side, and then running back picks up the C gap on the right side as well. Yeah, great job. Great job. Great job. Absolutely love it. Offense better than we think, man. I'm telling you. This is a really bold pass. Ends up working out perfectly. We're going to get Jonnu out into the flats. We're going to be running like this slant or skinny post over the middle of the field. Ultimately, you're going to see this guy turn his back away from the quarterback, showing man coverage right away. Literally right off the snap. We drop back, turns his back. We know he's in man coverage. He's in man coverage, so we know must be man coverage here, but they're giving us off and inside leverage. So that ball, we have this, right? We know this is going to be open because of the coverage they're giving us. But again, this safety is kind of shadowing. He is reading the middle of the field, right? If DK goes over the middle, we're going to double team, okay? So as he breaks, ball comes out with anticipation. Safety on the far side reads this like an absolute book. But, I mean, he lasers it in there. DK catches it. Somehow safety whiffs on it. And then look at this. We throw that guy off to the side. We make the second guy miss. Great block by, what is that, Calvin Austin. Never giving up on the play. Want to give credit because look at him. Calvin Austin's all the way over here. There is no need for him to be getting up the field. Or, I mean, there is a need. But a lot of guys don't do it. Like you'll see, look at Jaylen Warren. Right? Look at MVS. I feel like Calvin Austin actually turned on the Jets a little bit. Like, hey, I got to go block. Great job by Calvin Austin. I don't know if this is a touchdown without that block by Calvin Austin. So, big shout out to CA, man. Let's go. Another big-time play. And really quickly, guys, like I said before, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already done so yet. Helps out so much, and we will be covering the Steelers all year. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns for almost every single win throughout the rest of the year. Do you think this team is good enough to win not only a playoff matchup, but go to the Super Bowl? Let me know in the comments. We're going to keep going, but I have a little bit of an ad to show. Week 14 of the NFL season is officially here, and I am super excited because I wanted to share my picks with you for this weekend's slate of games. I've been using the Sleeper app. They are amazing. Their odds are amazing. Everything about them is super amazing. First of all, if you use my code DUBS, you're going to get a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 to use, which is insane. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It's so easy. I would sign up just for that alone, just for the extra play bonuses, right? But this is my pick for this weekend. Okay, Joe Burrow, 1 passing touchdown versus Buffalo. I could see this being a high-scoring game. I like this. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get that. Jamar Chase is coming off a rough week. I think he's going to have a big day, but I only have 50 yards. I feel like that's simple. That could be just 1 catch for a guy like Jamar Chase versus Buffalo. Again, high-scoring game. JSN versus Atlanta. JSN had a terrible week last week. He's going to bounce back. We all know it. Rashee Rice, 50 yards versus Houston. Listen, Kansas City cannot lose this game. If they lose this game, season is over. Season is wraps. Out the window. They need to win this game. Rashee Rice is their best playmaker. He's going to get the ball. Bucky Irving, right? Second game back versus the Saints. I think they could run up the score versus New Orleans, and I think Bucky will score at least 1 touchdown. I have 30 to win 90. I think this is fair. I don't think it's too bad. Let me know what you guys think. And again, use promo code DUBS, right? Use promo code DUBS. You'll get a 100% match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply, and see Sleeper's terms of use for details. It's currently operational in about 25 states, so make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. Look at the execution of this RPO. We're going to get Calvin into a quick little bubble screen. Usually the read here is if this guy drops down as if he's going to blitz, you throw that ball ASAP. So that's one read. We also have a second read where we're going to get vertical, try to get to the middle of the field. Now this read is depending on these 2 linebackers, usually just this linebacker. If he blitzes, you want to get that ball out early, right? This guy's going to blitz as well. And this is actually going to be our read because both these linebackers overcommit on the run. Now, if they don't overcommit on the run, we usually just hand the ball off here to our running back, right? So as this play progresses, you're going to see, boom, he reads these linebackers with the corner of his eyes, right? Seeing that they're biting down. We also have off coverage versus the safety up top. So we kind of no-look this thing, right? He's looking here. He's throwing through this window, this gap. Beautiful job here by Aaron Rodgers. Gets it out quick. And then Pat is able to make that first guy miss because we lead him to the inside of the field. We don't lead him in a straight line down the field right into the safety. We lead him away. Great job. Boom. Makes the first guy miss and ends up getting up the field for a 22-yard pickup early in this fourth quarter. Again, you cannot complain at all. I know they've got to be more consistent on both sides of the ball, but I think they've got the ability and the coaching to win any game, and that's important. Another solid play. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion here by Kenny Gainwell. We're going to see the linebackers shift over. He goes to that side, and then this guy bites all the way up to that B gap, that A-B gap with the guard. Now, once that happens, we're going to be running this quick little stop route with Pat Freiermuth. Now, we know if he's blitzing, we're probably going to want to throw this ball ASAP. However, he's not going to be blitzing. What we notice is he's immediately going to turn and run up the seam. Now, he's in a mid-read. They're most likely in a Tampa 2, where you got your hook curl, you got your flats to the outside, hook curl, flat, and then you got your 2 deep halves with your safety. So if this guy's in a mid-read, he's responsible for turning and running, sprinting up that seam with anyone that attacks it. And again, since we're just running this quick little stop route, he's going to overcommit to the backside, and we're just going to have an openness over the middle of the field. Boom, we take it. Take what the defense gives you, man. Take what the defense gives you. Most of the time, you'll take a 3-yard pass and turn it into a 15-yard play. Right here, I believe you get like a 5-yard pass. He gets up the field, picks up 16 yards. You'll take that every single day of the week. Another just good job by Aaron Rodgers understanding what the defense is in off this guy booking it backwards. Once he turns his back, we know exactly what you're in. Know exactly what you're in. And you can see it, the shell. Look at the shell defense, right? Good job. Last play we'll break down here. Another little quick play action with Jaylen Warren. We are going to fake the handoff here. We're going to get Adam Thielen vertical, I believe, and then we're going to get our guy Darnell Washington in the flats. Our read right here is going to be this outside corner, and we're going to see if we can get these guys to overcommit. Off the fake, we notice one thing and one thing for sure, right? These guys get downhill quickly, right? So Adam Thielen, again, his job is to get rid of that outside DB, and you're going to see him run right in front of him. Once that happens, we're on a block and release with Darnell as he gets to the outside. Those guys crash down, everyone overcommits, and then boom, we dump it down over to Darnell, who's able to break the first tackle and fight forward for a 13-yard pickup. Again, pick and choose what you do and take what the defense gives you. That's a 1-yard throw into a 13-yard first down. We'll see if this team can continue to develop chemistry on the offensive side of the ball. And that will be very, very important to the success of this team. And we'll see. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. Are the Steelers good enough to win a Super Bowl this year? Or do you think this was just kind of like a bridge year? Have another good season, make the playoffs, have a positive record, and that's it. I don't know. You guys let me know. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.